Hey everybody, it's Emily with Colorado Giants here for another update
on what's going on in our backyard. So if you saw the other video, you saw we had one hail of a hailstorm. Oh no, there's a ladybug in the water dish. I'll save you. It's good luck. Be free. Yeah, so we had one hail of a hailstorm. You can see all the leaf material that's been shredded off of our trees. So the sunflowers and my gourds are actually, okay. Everything is, for the most part, okay. It could have been a lot worse, but let's assess some of the damage. You can see all the leaves off the tomato plants. My jack-o'-lantern pumpkin plants are pretty hammered. Those are our squashes. Yeah, our zucchini, squash. That was a Jack-B little pumpkin plant. Peppers, radishes, Swiss chard got hammered pretty bad. Kale fared well. Cabbages don't look too bad. Ooh, those onions over there. This is really the first time I've come over and given it a full look at cauliflower, onions. My giant watermelons are looking pretty sad over there, but hey, I see a little watermelon, whoop, right there, which I saw that like 2 days ago, and that thing was the size of a tinier watermelon, so that's grown a lot. Wow, that's impressive. Let's see, forgot this. While I was vine bearing today, Emily was throwing things in a dumpster. We're trying to clean up our yard of all of the crud, all of the rubbish. So she's been nice enough to help me with that. Well, let's take a gander at the plants. So I spent the last probably 3-ish hours vine bearing. I set up the time-lapse camera. That could be kind of interesting or really boring of me just doing repetitive movements. So let's start with the 1937 Urana. Plant's doing real good. Back behind that, 1718 Sejas. The other 1718 Sejas. And then the 2043 Clements. So this week has been the best week of growth by far. The plants are just kind of getting their legs. My vine bearing is working. There's lots of roots. As I was in there today vine bearing, I noticed lots of roots. So I'm seeing fruits from my efforts, quite literally. So we're getting to the point where I'm starting to consider pollination. It's what, the 20th today? Today's Wednesday, June 20th. So we're starting to get in my window of pollination. I don't want to pollinate. I'm not a start of June kind of guy, or a more of a late June, start of July kind of pollinator. And the plants are looking real good. So I watched my video, or a video, on the old Facebook memory from, 3 years ago. The very first time I grew pumpkins in the screen house was probably from like here over, and I had 3 plants in it. I had 1 plant, basically there, and I had 2 plants going that way. And like I set the pumpkins were pollinated end of June, start of July on plants that were really only this size. So, knowing that, I think I'm going to try and do some early pollinations. So you can maybe see in the tip of that vine, there's a pumpkin, which is good because I probably only have another 6 foot of space. So I need to set that pumpkin. I give that one maybe a week-ish. So hopefully by the June 27th or so, I will have that pumpkin growing. And then since these are both 1718 plants, I think I'm gonna do one with that pumpkin there. You can see it. That one maybe 3 or 4 days. So I'm gonna pollinate that one, and I'm gonna pollinate this one just to see what happens with the same seed on a plant that's a little bit bigger, that's a lot bit healthier looking, versus the one that, you know, was the front runner, but is kind of stuttering. There's still some intermittent vine growth, so we'll get like good vine, bad vine, good vine, bad vine. Not sure what's going on with that guy. He's special, but I love him all the same. So so we're gonna do those ones. There's a pumpkin that I took off earlier. And then I think these plants, these two, the 2143 Clements, there's a pumpkin in the tip of that one. And then the same over here with this 1937 Urana. These ones are still going pretty good. They got pumpkins in the tips of the vines, which I think will probably put my pollination on these ones very start of July. I would say July 4th range, July 4th, first week of July. We'll call it that. And by then, so that's what, 2 weeks away or so, I'm confident that the vast majority of this space will be filled up with plant, and we'll be ready to kind of change gears from growing plants to growing pumpkins. But that's really about it. Vine burying's the same. I believe I did a video on that. I'm doing a pinch of Mycos, more of like a scoop. We'll call it a scoop. A scoop of Mycos, a scoop of Azos. Then I come back and I do a sprinkling of kelp in front of the plant, and I let that water in with my misting system. The screen house held up very, very well against the hail. Just a little bit of buildup, which I can't complain about at all. That was some serious hail, damaged our vehicles. House looks pretty good, knock on wood, thankfully. But yeah, that's it. Keep it quick. 7 minutes or so. As always, guys, questions, comments, queries, or even a concern, let me know. Let me know how your grow is going at the bottom. Put some comments down there. Like and share and subscribe, guys. All's going well here. Take it easy.